Okay, this is a video about the runs that I often see when I'm out, probably about 7 or 8 of them. My favourite ones that I see when I'm in the park training people, etc, etc. Running, in my view, is very overestimated as a singular form of exercise, but of course, being out there under the sky in a beautiful world, filling up your lungs, running by the beach or through a forest, etc. I mean, it's pretty high up there on the wonderful things in life. All right, but number one run that I see, the zombie. Someone basically runs as if they're half dead. Now, I mean, what's wrong with that? Well, your body's switched off, you're not aware, and you've got caught up in that thinking that as long as you're moving, then it's fine, okay? Those kind of people, you're better off standing up straight, switching on your abs, and doing a power walk. If you can't run without, like you've been dead for days, then don't do it. Just walk, stand tall and walk, okay? Number two, they're being chased by zombies. These people, their arms flail around, their legs flick out, they kind of look around like they're in a panic, like they're being chased by the police or those zombies. They look really nuts, okay? Now, those people just need to calm down a little bit. They need to align their joints, think about where their feet are going, okay? Potentially strengthen their glutes if there's so much of an inward rotation that their legs flick out, strengthen their glutes, do glute bridges, etc., that kind of thing, so that they can widen that and think about the alignment of what they're doing, okay? Switch on the abs as normal, okay? But think about your alignment. Number three, the Henry VIII. I love seeing this one, it always makes me laugh. They got their belly sticks out like this, and they run like this. They kind of run like this. Belly out. It's always a bit funny looking. Okay, what do those people need to do? Well, if you're going to run like that, and in general, they're making a pretty good pace and they have a pretty good stride, okay, but those people, they have got to draw their abs in, because if you're running like that, because you're hyperlordotic, well, you better strengthen your abs, otherwise you're really going to compress that lumbar spine. And if you're running like that, just because your hip flexors are so tight and your abs are switched off, you've really got to engage those abs and stretch out those hip flexors so that you can minimize how much lordotic curve you've got. Yeah, that's important. Yes, you can stretch out your lower back too, okay? Like I say, good pace, but those are the things that you can do to fix it. Number four, one of my favorite ones, the time trialer. They sort of stop their watch. They stop their watch at the traffic lights. They keep moving, and they run. And you see them stop, and they check their watch. And every 2 minutes, they check their watch, they check their time. And you know what? I've got nothing against those people. I would say one thing though. If you're just a hobby runner, then try and enjoy it a bit more, okay? Enjoy it a bit more. You don't have to be timed. You don't have to be strictly timed to the time. I know some people will be going to their office, etc. That's a different thing. But some people think, well, if I haven't done the 5K in 21 minutes or 20 minutes, holy damn, my whole day is going to be ruined, okay? Not the case. Yeah. Enjoy running a bit more sometimes, because those people tend to look quite stressed out when they run, okay? Number five, the Gazelle. I love the Gazelle. Usually got quite short shorts on, really good running shoes, really good, and they just bound. They just bound. They check their time. Gazelle, I've got nothing to say, apart from give my admiration. I love you, Gazelles, okay? Keep doing what you're doing. Their stride is long, Their chest is up, they're bounding on, they're looking like they're loving it. They might check their watch every now and then, but run like a gazelle, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? The other one that I see, I call it the just stop before you hurt yourself run, okay? Just stop before you hurt yourself. They're kind of closed in like this, and their heads down, they could move. They might be going a pretty good pace, but they've been running so much and so badly for so long, their body is basically shaped to their bad run. Their upper back muscles are long and weak. The chest muscles are tight and probably weak. Their abs are, well, they're pretty much closed in. They're closing their rib cage in. And also they tend to cause hyperextension in their neck because this poor run means they have to look up. Now, of course, the other downside of running that way is that it limits what you can do with your legs, right? Because if you're stooped over, well, you're not at your athletic best, not like a gazelle. Gazelles are up, they can really move, yeah? If you're running like that, I tell you what, just stop. Stop, think about what you're doing, extend up and go back to the beginning, yeah? Slow down, go back to the beginning. The basics, yeah? One, strengthen your upper back muscles. This is true for most people anyway. Switch on those abs, fill up your lungs, power walk first, get good at power walking, and then, after you get good at power walking, then extend what you can do with the power walk. Extend, okay? Then you can make your stride bigger, and you'll stop this weak, terrible, rolled in upper shoulder girdle position, this upper postural position that literally it will damage you more than helping you. You might as well go back to the beginning and switch everything on, okay? Another one I see, be number 7 I think, is, I see it's quite a lot in Lewisham. It's a run I call the what the hell is that? Okay, listen, I'm not saying it's bad, it's joyful. It's like da da da, ba da ba ba, ooh, spin around, ooh, they kind of skip a bit, they run a bit, da 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 da. I've seen it a few times, usually someone with headphones on, of course they've got their music on as well. What do I say to those people? Do you know what? I'm learning from you. I am learning from you. That is how you should run sometimes, yeah? As long as it's an open space, don't run like that on the road, okay? Last one I can think of, just bend your legs. Bend your legs. I've seen this one quite a lot. So you get someone who's quite stiff and they kind of run, often quite fast. Oh. Like their legs, like they actually don't have any knee flexion, okay? They kind of run with their legs a little bit set, like this, yeah? Those people, what do you need to do? 1, stretch out your hamstrings. They're probably diabolically short, okay? Especially try to get good at doing these long stance lunges, yeah, so that you can warm up with building your stride length, okay? Because in time, remember the hamstrings, as well as flexing the knee, they attach to the pubis, yeah, the pubic bone. So if your hamstrings are tight, it can affect your lower back, okay? And of course, if you're out there running and you're giving it that much, yeah, get the most out of it athletically, which you can't do if you're fixing your limbs and focusing on speed more than you're focusing on technique, okay? Now, if anyone's watched the whole of this and you're a runner, hopefully you've related something to that. Main thing is, yes, of course, if you're training, if you're exercising, that's a good thing. But look after yourself when you do it. If you recognize anything of yourself in there, go, oh, okay, maybe I need to think about that a bit more. Maybe even film yourself running so that you've got a clear view about where you're at. Because often people, especially if your legs spray out like this, you might not even be aware of it, okay? And there are things that you can do. If you want any advice on that stuff. Hey, I've helped fix a lot of runners' knees, a lot of runners' back and postural issues. All right.